And you are, sorry?
Police officer.
And your collar number?
Are you an auditor, or are you?
And your collar number, please?
I'll give you my collar number.
Alright, guys, today we're dropping into a sleepy English town where a flat tire turns into a masterclass on police ego. 15 seconds in, one cop already refuses to say his own number, setting the tone for every screw-up that follows. Welcome to the audit the force never saw.
There was nothing down here saying it's a restricted area.
What do you want?
I was taking some pictures and stuff. I'm making a little video of the area. Local force. That sort of stuff. Pardon?
For what purpose?
Of public interest.
To go where?
Pardon?
To go where?
Well, for public.
You're quite clearly filming us at the moment.
Yes, yeah. I film any interaction. Have you two police officers, are you?
Yes.
Have you got your warrant cards with you there, since you're not in uniform? Pardon?
I've got to walk out of the police building, aren't I? So
Yeah, but you're obviously doing a stop and account with me, so I'd like... But you are, you're asking what I'm doing, which is by definition a stop and account. You're asking what I'm doing in an area, that's a stop and account. So if you're engaging in a policing activity, I'd like to know your warrant card, otherwise I'm just going to disengage from you and carry on with my business.
Okay.
Alright then. Alright, refusal to identify. So I'm just going to get your picture so I can report you to your chief constable.
Okay.
Cool. Bye-bye.
Buckle up, guys. The first officer digs a hole deeper. No warrant card, no name, just a shoulder-pointing attitude. Watch the auditor calmly quote policy while the cop silent screams, "I'm above the rules." This is what accountability theater looks like when the actor forgets his line.
You alright?
Not bad, how are you?
How's it going? What are you up to?
That's, as you see, just taking some pictures of your cars and out there.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Yeah. And you are, sorry?
Police officer.
And your collar number?
Are you an auditor, are you, or are you?
And your collar number, please?
I'll have to give you my collar number. It's my identification, it's on my shoulder there.
And then if I can't read, it's not your policy to identify for members of the public?
Nope, I don't need to.
No, it's not identified, no.
Alright, guys, enter Cop 2 drops the bombshell. He's been filming the whole time without saying a word. Cue a roadside lecture on the Investigatory Powers Act, so precise it could be a TED Talk. The officer's face? Pure. I wish I'd stayed in the canteen.
Are you here to just cause issues, or are you here to just have a
No,
chat?
I'm just here to take pictures and that's all. As I said, I've just noticed as I was walking down to take pictures, your colleague's window was open, I could see the screen, made them aware of it.
Okay, have they sorted that?
Yeah, they closed the window,
Okay.
fine. Yeah, it's so simple as that.
Cool. Okay, we're not here to cause you a problem. I'm sure you're not here to cause a problem. We're just,
You know, your colleagues not in uniform refuse to identify while engaging in a policing activity. Not fantastic, is it? It's against policy. You are required to identify. You're engaging in a stop and account. You are required to identify. Because if I have any complaints, how am I supposed to make that complaint if you haven't kept yourself to the accountability standards that the force requires? So, you know, again, you refuse to identify properly because, again, you don't know that I can read, so you're refusing to identify properly. Yes, you're in uniform, but again, if I want to make a complaint against you,
you can give the time and date and the location where you are. My body cam's recording, so
oh, is it?
It can all be.
How come it's taken you this long to let me know that your body cam's recording?
I'm talking.
And is it the policy not to, at the first most practical opportunity to
I think
allow
that was the most practical time to inform
was it?
you.
So because you come in and gone hands-on with me?
I haven't gone hands-on.
Exactly. So why is not the first thing that you say, good afternoon or morning?
What you're doing, because that's the first question I asked you, and then we've had a conversation, and now I've told you.
Yeah. But the first most practical opportunity is to say, good. By the way, you are being recorded.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could be covertly recording me under the Regulations of Investigatory Powers Act, couldn't you?
Buckle up, guys. The plot twist lands. A police computer screen left wide open to the street. Instead of owning the blunder, they try to blame the guy who spotted it. Data Protection 101. Liability lies with the organization, not the passerby. And our auditor serves at truth ice cold.
But that's not happening, so don't worry about that.
It could, because it took you X amount of time to alert me when there was plenty. The only situation where it's not practicable at the first opportunity is if you're going into a hands-on situation. Any other time, there's no reason, and this has been dealt with in the tribunal by the tribunal that deals with the Reaper Act, that the first most practical opportunity is when you approach somebody. If you have your camera on or you turn it on, if you approach with your camera on, you should alert them when you approach, unless you're going hands-on. If you turn it on whilst engaging in a conversation, you should turn it on, and then once it's recording, so it's stated on the camera, by the way, you are being recorded for my safety and your safety, blah, blah, blah. You have the right to do it, same way that I have the right to do it. It's not a problem, it's the notification that's the problem.
Okay.
You know?
But I've notified you at a time that I think is practical, so I've done that, so it's fine.
Okay, you can justify that to a tribunal, it's fine, no worries.
So what are you
so you're going to try to identify yourself properly yet?
No, I'm happy.
You're happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you like to identify yourself, or would you like a complaint as well, sir?
So can I ask you a question? Before my colleague steps in, just can I? So my name is PC2376.
Thank you. So that's how it's done. Thank you.
My colleague here was obviously made aware that the window was open.
Yeah.
And he's got concerns because of data protection and that you might have recorded something on your phone from the screens.
If there is anything, I'm not sure if there is or not. If anything is captured on there, that will be evidence for me to report that to the Information Commissioner's office, because obviously the onus of data protection is on the organisation, not on whoever sees that
You
information.
don't expect someone to stick their head through the window.
I didn't stick my head through it.
All right, guys, the cordial cop finally gives name and number, proving the process works. Then his stubborn colleague still refuses a first name. It's a live demonstration of how culture splits between professionals and badge-heavy cowboys in the same station.
No, I saw it from a public
because
place.
somebody else's information, this is a secure site. Well,
I understand that.
it's not as secure as we'd like.
Well, no,
it to
exactly.
be.
It's not secure at all, is it? Really?
No. We are trying to work on that, but unfortunately, you have to do with what you've got to that.
Yeah. Even a bit of signage saying no unauthorised access beyond this point would go a long way, because I do respect signs like that.
No, okay. I will take
But I did have a look around, and there is nothing there.
I will genuinely take that to the senior leadership team, because
Fantastic.
I think that is fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are trying to redo everything. Yeah,
Okay.
Financially, we have to wait until the
That's
budget.
why it's quite a
and
small
everything,
town,
and
isn't it? Lower
exactly,
priority.
you know
Yeah,
what
I get it. Yeah.
We get shoved right to the bottom type of thing. We're right on the borders,
Yeah.
between different forces and that. So it is totally, I understand where you're coming from, and I'll pass it on to the senior leadership
Thank
team.
you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I've just got concerns about the data protection that's on that video. Do you know what I mean? Because that's somebody else's private stuff and that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we obviously learn from things like that. So you've pointed it out. They've closed the window. It is really hot in there. We've got no air
Again, I
conditioning.
completely understand that,
You know
but
what I
obviously
mean?
data protection takes priority over that, unfortunately. You can get a fan in there, and I understand, I've worked in many various
That's what I'm
locations
more
where health and
concerned
safety
about,
data protection
what's
takes
being
priority
recorded.
over
Does
that.
that go live? Is that a live?
It's not, I'm not live streaming, no.
If there is something, would you delete that?
Not necessarily delete it, but I would make it anonymous. I would blur it out if there is anything, if I were to post it anywhere.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
it's not their fault. You know what I mean? It's
No, of course. Obviously, I've raised the issue. I've raised the issue of data protection, and obviously, I
Absolutely.
raise it as an issue because I do see it as an issue.
No,
I'm not
no.
going to go share that information. That would be very hypocritical of me, wouldn't it?
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
if there is anything captured on the camera, it won't be made available to the public. It will be forwarded to the ICO.
That's fine. Yeah. Can I
evidence.
take your details?
No,
can
I'm
I,
okay,
can I
thank
take
you.
your name?
No, I'm
please?
alright,
Just
thank you.
first name, so I know who I'm speaking to.
No, I'm alright, thank you.
So you've got my calling number, but I can't take yours.
Yeah, but as a Crown servant, obviously you have issues of accountability when dealing with members of the public, and that's
I'm just
why.
being
And that's why.
polite
Yeah, I
asking
know.
your first name.
I
I
know.
don't even know anything
But then
else, so
obviously
I know
that coupled with my image, which obviously he's notified me he's recording.
Obviously we do that because I'm open and honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We record things so that you can see what we do.
Yeah.
And we can
Absolutely,
see,
I
you know what
completely
mean?
agree
So-
with the use of body cameras.
because
Completely.
That's the thing is that I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
hide saying, oh no, I didn't say this to this man, or this man didn't say anything.
No,
to me.
exactly the same
That
reason why I
is
record any interaction I have with you as well.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
why we record everything. I protect my back. Because the
Of
amount of
course.
people have said we do things.
Of
and
course.
we don't.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
with your collar number and that, obviously, you have to identify. You did it
Yeah,
correctly
you can
verbally
see, I
because
mean,
you can't
uniform,
guarantee
there's
that
my
I
collar
can
number
read.
there, you know what I mean?
But you have to wear that for
236.
accountability reasons. That's why I'm entitled to have that, because you're dealing with a member of the public in a
Absolutely.
stop and account situation. Accountability, you have to identify yourself for that exact reason, which he doesn't seem to understand. And sorry, we got interrupted. Would you like the opportunity to identify?
4988 PC Biffin.
Sorry,
PC Biffin.
and your collar number, please?
4988.
4988. There you go. Thank you. Would you like another opportunity?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're
Listen,
fine.
it
Okay, so
doesn't-
you're just going to be an absolute idiot about it.
Buckle up, guys. The holdout officer gets one last chance, doubles down, and earns a verbal knockout. Narrator labels the attitude that chips away at public trust. And you can almost hear the reputation crack in real time.
I mean, you
because
are.
He's got other jobs in that, and we have to rely
Yes,
on
but
that.
you have a collar number for the specific reason, as we've just heard us discuss, for accountability reasons. You're making a very large assumption that I have the ability to read that my eyesight is good enough to read that.
These two officers have identified, and if you do
Yep.
need my details, they can be.
Okay, that's
when
still,
you make your complaint,
again, that's not
fine.
your policy,
Okay,
so that's fine. I'll make a complaint to your
Okay,
chief
not a
constable,
problem
that's
at all.
not a problem.
Not a problem
Actually, I'll
at all.
probably go straight through the IOPC, because otherwise it goes to your
Yeah,
local
that's-
PSD and gets
that's
kicked
not-
down and
yeah, I
disregarded.
appreciate that. That's not a problem
Yeah,
at all if you
no
just do
worries.
that, that's absolutely
Okay,
fine.
nice picture of your face as well, so I can just make sure that goes to the right person.
Yeah, no problem.
Is there anything else I can
Lovely.
help you with today, sir?
No, like I said, obviously, I've made the issue of that window, and I've made that aware.
Which I'm literally going to go speak to my inspector.
Yeah, and that's fantastic.
You know, moments like this are a reminder that it's not always the dramatic stuff that matters most. It's the small, everyday interactions where standards either get upheld or quietly dropped. When officers start getting dismissive, brushing off basic responsibilities, or shifting blame where it doesn't belong, that is where problems creep in. Because accountability isn't about reacting to big mistakes, it's about consistency. It's about whether those in uniform treat the public fairly and follow their own rules when no one's watching.